So we are recording. So let me hand over to our lovely Sue. Sue is based in Folkestone, is that right? And does chakra journaling. She does chakra dance and has also published a couple of books. But I'm going to let her.
5, I think, at the last count.
5,
yeah.
Amazing. So I'm going to hand over to you, Sue, and let you introduce yourself and what we're going to be doing today.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Wendy, for inviting me along today, and thank you guys for welcoming me into this group as I haven't been here before. So my name's Sue Allsworth, and my business is Authentic Smile, and hopefully you can see that the reason why it's called that. I think hands up here who knows how to fake a smile. I know I certainly have done in the past. Yeah. So especially when we're down. So that's kind of how my business name came about, because I was queen of faking it in my 20s. And as Wendy said, I am an author and I'm a journal journey coach, mentor, trainer, and author. And I have produced journaling books. So, but they're interactive workbooks, all of them. So basically you need to, for the magic to happen, you've got to do the work. I think I'd read a lot of books over the years. I think we've all read a lot of self-help books and everything. You read the book, why is my life not changed? Because you think that tablet's going to just, read the book, take the tablet, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're all cured. And nothing changed. And I realized that I needed that extra oomph. So hence why I journaling became one of my best tools over the years. If there's no one else there, there's always a pen and paper, and there's always yourself. So that's your best friend for me. So I created Journal Journey with Creativity, which is kind of a vision board book. And all the books, to be fair, it doesn't matter what level we're at, they're all there for everyone. They're kind of like part of your doesn't matter what level you're at, they're your toolkit, part of your creative toolkit, shall we say. And I have produced 2 decks of cards, and I hadn't put it in the schedule, but as there's only 4 of us and we might have some time, we might be able to have a little play with the chakra cards as well, a bit later as well, because I do love them. So yeah, I've done Heal Your Life, Louise Hay, Heal Your Life training coach and facilitator. I've 20 odd years ago, I'm a reflexologist. I've done reflex, Reiki, aromatherapy, Indian hand, all of those kind of the physical things. But I wanted to move into the mind more and be a bit more in that sense. With all that had happened to me, there's an aftermath. So even if you're cured physically or whatever from a condition, you've got the aftermath of all the negative thinking. So to me, it was like, it didn't matter how much I treated my body and my soul. If I hadn't got my mind right, everything else is not going to fall into suit. So yeah, so that's how I kind of got into all of this. I've been doing it for 20 odd years, although I know it does not look like it. So yeah, and here I am, and I have lockdown for me has I'm an ex-carer. I used to care for my godmother, who actually has MS, and I know the Canterbury MS Centre very well because I've been over there with her many a time. That stopped in lockdown. Difference of choices on how to do things. And I live with my 2 best friends who just happen to be my parents. So I'm into protection mode for them. So that's where I'm at. So the lockdown for me, after the roller coaster of emotions, it got me thinking. And I'm quite an adaptable. I'm someone that, when at 29 you're told you've got to have a hysterectomy, you then have to decide, well, okay, I can't have life with kids, so what am I going to do? And that's been my attitude and my mentality ever since my hysterectomy, which was a godsend, to be fair, in so many ways, because I don't have to worry about my kids going to school or who's going to pick them up at the moment. But it got me to really learn to adapt and accept what is. And this is what is happening in the world. But for me, my brain then goes into how can we all still do what we do, but in a new way. So I've been thinking these were ideas that were coming to me before lockdown anyway, because if you think about it, all of our physical events and sessions, they're okay if people can physically and mentally get there. But there's a whole demographic of people who physically or mentally cannot leave the house. I know when I've suffered panic attacks, the last thing I'd want to do is go into a group of room full of people. So, and because I've dealt with MS and disabilities for quite some time now, it got me thinking, how can we be more inclusive? So I was already kind of trying to work a way of how to get more online. So I've produced the mindbodysoulsummits.com. It's got its own website now. It's got its own legs. It's breathing. I've run 2 summits. So I use a platform, and I've done a Words Have Power was my last summit, Anna. So that you would have been a good one on that one. And the first one was empowerment. And what I'm going to do is run them 4 times next year, quarterly, 2 big day events. So I'm looking for anyone who's watching this now or pre-recorded. I am looking for speakers and people involved in that. Yes. So please do contact me. Have a look at the website because it gives a few details on how to be a speaker, but do please contact me. But kind of what's grown from that, and unfortunately just a month too late with the lockdown that we've got now, is I want to set up a virtual studio using the same platform that I do with the summits. The summits will be recorded and available for 30-day replay. The studio, like you would go to a holistic center, you book your slot, either pre-recorded or live, and I'm calling it the Habit Studio because I don't want it all on replays, because I want people to get into the habit to log on, to be present and to do that activity, because that's how we make ourselves accountable. So if you're interested in, and if you need virtual space, but without having to do all the emails, but just help me plug it, then again, please contact me, because these are things that are growing as we speak. I don't know, like you, Diana, I've got a lot of things brewing and I'm not quite sure how they're all going to turn out, but I'm going ahead with it all anyway. So yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell, all little different aspects of me anyway. Are there any questions on any of that so far?
Then just send your links. You can put it on the chat and we move forward from there.
Cool. Yeah, no, so yeah, so it's how to keep, yeah, I think lockdown has certainly not taught me, it's just reminded me that we are actually more adaptable creatures than we think we are. I've had to learn to be adaptable many times in my life with health issues and different things. And we all get panic about this one situation, but think back in your life, how many times have you had to be adaptable to a situation? We've already got it within us. It's just this is a different situation to adapt to. And that's how human life survives, because we're adaptable. It's a unique thing about us as being human creatures, isn't it? We can adapt. So yeah, so I'm bringing everything online as much as I can, workshops and chakra dancing, and that's the studio idea came about, was because how many of you have want to do a group for this and a group for that, but then you've got to advertise that group, advertise this group, and that's a whole lot of advertising, and then you actually come out of your heart center and you're doing things that you're not actually trained to do, and you lose your joy, because then you become a marketer and advertiser. Well, that's not who we all train to be, is it? And how many here are having problems with falling into that, I've got to market it all, and then you get out of that loop of that joy of doing what it is that you actually are trained to do. So that's why the studios came about, because it was like, well, I could have, using this platform I've got, I could have all of these different sessions and I've only got to advertise it once. And then I was like, well, hang on a minute, that's fine for me, but there's lots of other people who, one, maybe don't want to worry about all the emails and MailChimp and everything. your class is coming up and all of that's done. And it's like, okay, so perhaps I can make this a studio. So I've made the summits for everyone. Let's make the studios for everyone as well, so that we can all kind of support each other. I'm a loner. So I've actually been more sociable and being and connected with people more during lockdown than I would be if it wasn't lockdown. So yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying the challenge of the online. How is everyone else feeling about the online challenges?
Well, I would say
love it.
I'm not very good, but I would like to vouch for Sue, actually, if you're thinking of joining the summits, because Sue was very supportive to me, and I was in and I was out, and then I was in and then out. But yeah, so all the technical difficulties, Sue was there to support me, and yes, I will definitely be joining again. And now I've got time to sort it out as well, which will help. I've got
It's
breathing
much
space.
more simple than you think, Wendy.
Yeah, it's better when it's the right time. So, but that's all I wanted to say was, you know, Sue has done this very professionally, and she says she's a loner. She's not really. She knows lots of people, and is very supportive. That's all I wanted to say was go for it, ladies. So yeah,
the whole idea is I want, you know, we all done mind, body, soul, spirit fairs and different things. And I'm not being funny, and I know, you know, we've all been here, but I actually find them quite cliquey at times. I don't feel that everyone's in it together. They pay their money for their stall and think that then the organizer is the only one that should market it. And that's not the case, because things don't grow unless we all put our energy into these things to grow. And we get the sense of competition out of our heads, because at the end of the day, a client will go to whoever they're drawn to. They'll buy into a person. And if they don't like you, they don't like you. They'll find someone else, whether we're all there on stage, so to speak, together or not. Clients will be drawn to who they're drawn to. So with the summits and with the studio, I have a little messenger group. So, and I get everyone to meet on Zoom who wants to. So I really try to pick people. It's not a guaranteed if you talk to me that you're accepted, because I really do trying to find that right energy. Friendly, bubbly, everyone's going to be supporting. I know you've all got your own businesses, but we all need to support and each other. And by advertising one event, you're advertising yourself and many others. And I think this is a time that if we don't come together and show that togetherness and support between us, then we're running a losing battle, because we're meant to be the ones that are all about this, aren't we, at the end of the day, and being supportive and that. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I try, people do pre-recorded videos, but I've got a little editing thing. It's my happy place. Actually, I found putting little videos together and things is kind of like a new little creative outlet of mine. I'm not a pro, but I can help out with different meditations, and that's my happy place. That's my joy. So I'm trying to move more into, I don't know you guys, but move more back into your joy. And out of that, you've got to get the numbers, you've got to get the marketing, you've got to do so many social media posts a day. And it's, I don't know about you guys, but it just overwhelms at times. So I can hear, see the lips moving, but nothing coming out.
I'll put everybody on mute so that we can just give you our full attention. So
it's a Sue show, no?
Yeah, it's a Sue show.
Let's just, is everyone ready to, any questions first of all? Go for any questions. Is there any gripes or anything that you want to get off your chest before we go into what I call the warm and fluffy bit? No, we're okay-ish about COVID. We're okay-ish about the lockdown. Okay, cool. So I've just put together a few bits. Oh no, that's see, I have this effect on people. As soon as I start talking, that's it, they're gone. It's okay, no offense. So I've decided today to choose a few bits from one of my books, Chakra Journal Journey with Your Chakras. Very colourful. This is the only bit I'm not very good at. So it's got writing and lots of activities in there to do. And it takes you through the 7 chakras. So I thought...
Sorry, where can we purchase this?
Oh, I'm really bad at selling myself in that way. It's like, look at the lovely book, but you can't get it. You can get that off AuthenticSmile.com. That's the only place you can get it, actually. I don't know about, and there'll be a lot of people on here that have done and produced books. So they'll know the dilemma themselves. And I know a lot of people put their books on Amazon. I chose not to. I wanted to keep it the kind of personal journeys that it's not about the amount of sales for me. It's about the right person having the right book for the right reason and the journey that they either take themselves on or I guide them through. So that's hence why, and also then all the money is mine. Less sales maybe, but it's all mine, and you've got that control, because with Amazon you just don't necessarily have that control. So I thought today, it was literally this morning that I kind of put this together, because I wanted to just see and how the energy was for today. And I thought the root chakra, just regrounding ourselves at the beginning of the next month or however long or whatever happens, would be a good idea. I'm going to assume, but as the 4 agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz say, never assume. Does everyone know about chakras? Hands up if you're aware of chakras and worked with chakras. I've got my camera in Anna's way, so I can't see her hand. Okay. Cool. So I'm not going to go into too much detail and tell you guys what you actually already know. I'm more about the doing, because that's the fun part, isn't it? Let's face it. So if you would, let's just check in with our chakras before we go any further. So if you just want to make sure that you are in a comfortable position. And just gently close your eyes. And just take 3 nice deep breaths in. And as you're breathing in, raise your shoulders gently up to your ears. And as you're breathing out, just lowering them back down, adjusting your posture maybe. Breathing in, bringing the shoulders up to the ears. Breathing out, letting the shoulders drop. Breathing in again, bringing the shoulders up. And just letting them drop. Just feeling your feet on the ground. Connect to Mother Earth. What I want you to visualize right now is from the core of the earth, a red light coming up through the middle of the earth and then entering through the soles of your feet. And this bright red light goes up through your legs and it settles at the base of your spine into your root chakra. And just feel that root chakra full of red energy from that Mother Earth core. Breathe that in. And alongside that red energy coming up from Mother Earth, we've got the orange energy of the sacral chakra. So allow that sacral chakra orange energy to flow up again through the soles of your feet, past the root chakra and into the sacral chakra area. Just breathing in that orange energy. As you now visualize the bright yellow color coming up from the core of Mother Earth, from Pachamama, coming up through the different layers of the earth, in through the soles of your feet, up your legs, past the root chakra, past the sacral chakra, and into your solar plexus area. And just filling the whole of your solar plexus area with this lovely, bright, vibrant, confident yellow. Breathing that in. And this time we invite from the core of Mother Earth, her love, an emerald green, or maybe a pink, and allow that emerald green, that color, to just come straight up through the core of the earth, all that love that is attached with it, through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, past the root chakra, past the sacral chakra, past the solar plexus, and center into your heart center. Let it permeate the whole of your heart center. And just feel the pulse of that love coming from Mother Earth, from the core, alongside that energy, filling your heart. As we now invite from the Mother Earth, from the core, coming up through the feet, a lovely sky blue to connect with our throat chakra. And allowing that sky blue to come up through the body, through the different chakras, and settle into your throat area. Take a nice deep breath in here with the throat chakra. And just let out a sigh with the throat chakra. Clearing that energy, clearing that path to our communication and expression. As you now invite a nice royal blue coming up through the core of Mother Earth into your third eye chakra. And also in your third eye, just actually visualize that there is a third eye in the middle of your forehead, and that eye is just slowly and gently opening. And saying hello to the day. And as we now draw in the crown chakra energy from Mother Earth, white light, emerald light, whichever you prefer, coming up through all the chakras, settling into your crown chakra area. What I'd like you to now do is, on your in-breath, breathe up through Mother Earth, and on the out-breath, breathe out all the energy and the colours and the chakras, and allow them to be open out to the universe. So breathing in, drawing in from the core of Mother Earth, through the chakras, up through your body. Breathing out, sending all of that love, energy, vibration out to the universe. This time breathing in, drawing that energy back out from the universe, back into your body. And breathing out, drawing it now back into Mother Earth. So we've got a cycle going. Breathing in from Mother Earth. Breathing out to the universe. Breathing in from the universe. And breathing out back down into Mother Earth, grounding us right now in this moment. Just become aware of your breath again gently. Maybe your body, just start to give it a little wiggle as we just slowly and gently bring ourselves back into the room, into this present moment. And here with me. Everyone okay? Cool. So at the beginning of each section of the chakra book, There's different chakras in the book. I invite people before they start to write promises, kind of like commitments. We always say, I'll do that. I will do that for myself. I will. But when we actually make that commitment to ourselves, a promise to ourselves, it becomes a lot more viable, I think, a lot more, we're more prone to stick to it. So what I would like you to do now is, hope you've got pen and paper. If you haven't got pen and paper, go and grab one.
Difficult to hear you.
Is it difficult to hear me?
It was for a moment.
Just for a moment. When I go into my meditation voice, I know I lower the tone, so I'll try not to get too in your face, but so what I would like you to do just for a moment is, I'll read out what's on the page, because I'm going to share a page in a minute for a meditation, another meditation. So I, Sue, Wendy, Anna, Diana, I'm committed to exploring my root chakra with an open heart and a playful soul. I promise to be honest with myself at all times to the best of my understanding. I promise to acknowledge and honor all my feelings, knowing that they are all just lessons in my evolving life. So now what I would invite you to do is to write down 3 more promises of your own. So just take a few moments to do that. I'm just going to turn off my video just quickly while you're doing that. I'm here, but not here, and just give you a bit of time to do that, okay? How are we all doing? Love the smiles. You've all got lovely smiles and lovely sparkles today. I have to say, that's making me smile. So is everyone, if anyone would like to share what their promises are, to say them out loud and make them a bit more concrete, then are you all happy to share? If you are, I'll go around in the, so I'll start with Wendy, if you want to.
I have to admit, I actually found that quite difficult. But so I promised to give myself time to give myself more self-care. I promised to be in nature for a minimum of 15 minutes every day for the next 30 days. And I promised to be present.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Anna?
Well, I wrote about being committed with using my third eye more times to make better decisions. And I promised to pay attention to my body signals and universe messages to feel more confident about those decisions and well, allowing everything to come and try to be my best self.
Thank you. Diana?
Okay. My first one, I've been doing some really deep healing one-to-one with somebody on Zoom. So so my first one is I promise, and it's quite long, so try reading it.
No, that's fine.
I promise to take the time and attention to myself to grow through the healing that I'm doing with this woman, and to really take it and myself seriously, but I've put in brackets and lightly. So seriously and lightly at the same time. It's about, yeah, that's a really deep commitment to myself, actually, which is quite hard to put in words, but I know exactly what I mean. The second one, I promise to keep myself grounded and connected to my root chakra during lockdown. And I haven't said how, actually, but I promise to feel the joy of my connection to Mother Earth and my body. That's my third one. So the second two are a bit vague, but they're good ones for me.
I can feel that you can feel them. And that's actually the most important thing, because, you know, words have power, as we know, but actually the universe doesn't understand words because it's a human language. It communicates on the vibration of the emotions that we attach to those words and that commitment. So that's what's the feelings. It's all about the feelings, really. When I had one of my students doing the journal journey with creativity book, and it's all vision boards, so I've called it creativity, and halfway through they've gone, this is actually a feelings book, isn't it, sir? And I was like, yes, but if I put feelings on the book, not so many people would buy it. So yeah, they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant root chakras. And I think this is a really good time for us to just take that moment and to take that stock and make those 3 little promises, so that from here on forward you can carry those with you, because they are important. It's not just a little mini workshop here that I want to give you guys. I do want to hopefully give you just a little something that you can take away with today that does help you sort of move forward with that smile and feeling a bit more grounded with everything that is going on. So I would like to invite you now into another little meditation. You will need your journals for this one. It's all about the journaling with me. So I hopefully, because I tried this out with Wendy earlier, so I'm hoping that I can share you a page, but also put a nice little bit of plinky plonky music on in the background so that it's not completely silent. This is a page in the book where you're just going to get an image with lots of words in it, sentences and phrases. And what I would like you to just do is, for the first few minutes of the meditation, just however long it feels necessary, it's about I'll play the music for about probably nearly 5 minutes if I can, because I want to, the longer we go, the deeper we can get with it. Just sit with those phrases and see which ones you notice, because you might not notice them all. Sit with them, see how you're feeling with each one, and journal any insights on any. Some of them you might sit there and then you might think, oh, that doesn't sit right, or I'm not doing, you know, the judgments might come in. Or you might embrace one of the phrases and think, absolutely, hell yes, that's where I need to be at right now. There's no right or wrong. Just sit with it and see how it feels to you. So I am going to, hopefully this is going to work, Wendy, because technology is my friend. So let's put on. Can you all see that? Thumbs up if you can. Can you all hear that? So I'm just gonna, again, switch my video off so that you can all concentrate, and just take some time now to just sit and meditate with that image. Tune into the root chakra, tune into the colours, just look at the words and see what happens. How are we all doing? So, anyone would like to share first which phrases sat right, didn't sit right? I felt good, didn't feel good, felt disconnected.
Yeah, I'll start. I don't mind. So I started sort of at the bottom, actually connected to the root chakra, and started reading the words upwards. And then the first, and actually it was quite interesting because as I was reading it, kind of went through the chakras anyway, not just the root. But so the first word was I am safe, and that kind of like, oh, am I? So that put up a question mark. And then I just sort of got out of my head and back into my heart, and then, oh yeah, then I felt safe. And then the more I read that word going up through the words and almost through the chakras at the same time, it kind of felt more and more safe as I did that. The next word that came up was trust, and that came up several times for me in lots of different ways, and it is something I'm working on anyway. I have real trust issues. So do I trust myself? Tick, yes. Do I trust the universe? Yes. Do I trust life? Don't know. Do I trust others? Not easily. So that was what came up. Do I feel stable? Yeah, I do at the moment. Sometimes I wobble a bit. Why do I do that? Maybe lack of trust. Do I feel connected? Yeah, I do feel connected until I don't trust. And then I disconnect. The trust was a big thing that came up for me.
Yeah,
and I
trust.
haven't seen it in this way before. So that was interesting.
Yeah, trust it's a big one, isn't it? Yeah, I know I've journaled, I've had my journey on trust. It was my holy grail. I think trust is our holy grail for everyone, isn't it? We're looking for that trust, and we quite often look for it outside of ourselves when actually it's inside of ourselves. And coming from a place of distrust of others in the past, the only personal insight I can give to that one, Wendy, is if you fully trust yourself, then you can fully trust others, because if you trust yourself to know that whatever anyone throws at you, you can deal with it. So therefore you can go forward and trust anyone, because whatever happens and what is thrown at you, you can then trust yourself to pull out of that situation, to go in deeper. So that core thing about trusting others, I've learned on my journey, I don't know how anyone else feels about this, was once I fully learned to understand that actually it's not about trusting others, it's just about trusting yourself. Because if you trust yourself, it doesn't matter what's thrown at you by anyone. You can go in with it and know that you can trust yourself, that you can pull yourself out of it at any given situation and say no. I think that's the important word there, isn't it? That tiny little word that I think we've all had issues in the past of saying no to, and that definitely links with that trust, because it's that going in with boundaries, having your own boundaries. If you have your boundaries set, you trust them, you can trust anyone, because you can trust yourself to walk away if you need to. That's a beautiful that's the whole idea of this kind of meditation. So if you think about it, if it's in a book style, you put your own music on and you just sit there with that page and there's a space to write in. But it's amazing what words evoke in us, isn't it? And all of these, I loved these images because when I first saw them, it really lit up each chakra when I was doing them, because there was words there that I was like, oh, like you, oh. And every time I look at this image, a different phrase jumps out at me as well. It's interesting. Anyone else? Anna, Diana, ready to share? Don't have to.
I'm happy to share.
Go for it, Diana.
So I went through and I was just thinking, I really feel really comfortable with all of those. And then I was thinking, do I really? So I went back. and the one that first stuck out was I love life. And then I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I really allow myself to fully love life. I tell myself that I love my life, and there are loads of things about my life that I really love. And I was thinking, I think I'm kind of stuck in a little bit of an old mindset about my attitude to my life somewhere. So that was, I kind of understand it. And then when I went back again, and I was thinking, oh, well, are any others that I'm kind of believe about myself but aren't necessarily true? And the other one was I'm connected, and I feel connected to the universe. I feel connected to the energy that I work with. And then thinking, well, okay, but I don't always feel connected to other people. And then I was thinking about that a bit more and thinking, well, actually, that's because I don't always feel connected to myself. When I feel really connected to myself, I can connect much better to other people. And that they feel related, that I love life and that I feel connected to myself. Well, they don't feel they are related. I can just hear myself saying it. So that was really interesting to do that, because I wouldn't have known that. Not in that way. So yeah, thank you. That was really helpful.
I wanted to be able to give today in a way, in some way. So as I say, you know, I'm not teaching anything that we don't all do in our own different unique way, but just sometimes it being presented in a different way just can open up that door and that little insight and just see something slightly different, doesn't it? And yeah, I mean, when you say you love, when that phrase, I love life isn't just necessary for me. When I see that, it doesn't just mean my life, it means life itself.
Yeah,
I love life itself, you know, being
yes.
able to live and breathe and be this miraculous thing called a human being. And do I actually really, it doesn't matter what's going on in the world, you can still love life itself. It's that mindset to sort of even to embody, isn't it? To loving life, even in spite of all that's happening. Because as soon as you kind of fall out of love with life, that's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, and it's interesting because there are many aspects of I love life that feel absolutely true, and yet there's something about it that stood out. Or I just think, oh, there's something else, there's something that I'm not quite embracing. So it's just an interesting one for me to reflect on.
A little exploration later.
Yeah.
Process it, and something will pop in the mind and the heart and the soul, won't it?
Yes. Yeah. Thank
Brilliant.
you.
Thank you for sharing, Diana. And Anna?
Well, I felt that the I am connected gave me some guilt feeling because I've been focused so much on working on my ancestry, my female part, so my mother and my grandmother who passed away, and understanding that the story, how they lived life and how that affected me, my sister, also my father, and all members of the family, how that comes from generation to generation, and we repeat their behavior, that I forgot, and I don't know if I lost, but I forgot to be connected in a spiritual way to them. I was used to do mediumship, and to be honest, it's been months and months, not just one, but months and months that I'm not connected in a medium way. So it gave me that guilt, although they are in my mind because I've been working on their stories, but their behavior and everything. But I felt guilty not being connected like I was before. That's what I felt. It was like connected. It gave me that part.
And how can you reconnect?
Well, talking to them again. I've been thinking about that, to be honest, this week. I thought about that. And well, it's just trying to reconnect. I don't know. I even felt that on their uh, anniversary and birthday and things like that, that I always light on candle for each of them. The candle will turn off suddenly. It's like, oh my God, what's happening here? You know, it was crazy because I received by just lighting on a candle, I felt that disconnection. So yeah, I have to work on that. So if I can reconnect.
And work on the forgiveness to cancel out the guilt.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because that's I always say guilt's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
It is a man-made emotion. It's a choice. So see if you can move into your heart center with that, because there's nothing to feel guilty about, because they know that you're there. And sometimes we need to step away from certain things,
Well,
live, process life, and then it's really nice to have almost like a reconnection ceremony. I can never say this word. That word. That's the one, Wendy. I can read your lips.
Well, it's like I gave them the space and opportunity to other things, you know. Well, yeah.
And that's fine. And it's just now time to a little reminder there to just say let's reconnect and have a party again.
Probably, or let go.
Yeah, or let go. Yeah.
Or let go.
And it's something Diana said earlier in her promise, actually, and that, you know, we do all this serious work, but to do it with lightheartedness. Because if you don't bring that lightheartedness in, that playfulness in, then what I call lower self-quality vibrations like guilt, blame, all of those, they can then consume us. And we have to come in and remind ourselves to just not be so hard on ourselves and to be lighthearted with it all, because no one would be wanting us to feel bad about ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I felt this a little bit connected with the previous exercise when I said that I would allow the universe to send me messages. And I felt a connection there between both exercises. And I remember to receive some messages, which makes sense in some things. And it's just to make sure that those messages are the ones that I have to focus on.
To receive. Oh, thank you, Elle. Thank you, everyone. So I've got my clock here on my phone, so I'm checking on time. So I'm good for time, aren't I, Wendy, at the moment?
Yeah, we finish at 12. We are at 11:15 now. So
that's cool. No, that's awesome. I can add in what I would like you to do now. I'm just going to add in a few bits. In the book, there's instead of calling it a vision board, I call it a feelings board in the chakra book, because it is all about feelings, isn't it? Let's face it. So just to reconnect us as we are grounding and reconnecting us today, I just want you to write down. You only have to do one thing, two things, a couple of things for each one. We'll go through them quickly, but just to write down and to remind yourselves, what gives you strength and hope? What gives you strength and hope? So just write one or two things down, whatever pops into your mind. But what gives you strength and hope? And the next one is how do you reconnect with love over fear? How do you reconnect with love over fear? And one more to go for is, where does your faith come from? Where does your faith to you come from?
What do you mean by faith? Faith in, like,
However you, that's, faith's a big word for us. So it could be, where do you draw faith? Faith in whatever. It could be a system, it could be whatever. Faith's I don't put anything, that's what's faith to you.
okay.
When you need to go to a bit of faith, where do you go? And last one is, what gives you joy? What gives you joy? Okay, so anyone want to mention any of those, or how are you? Have they? Has anything different came out of it from what you thought might do?
Well, I felt that the first question was the same as the second, as the answer was basically the same.
They kind of are, but some people don't like to get them in different ways, and different things come out in different ways you present it. So yeah.
Well,
But what came out for you?
it's because what gives me strength and hope, and what makes me reconnect with love over fear. It's my ability to trust and my positivity. So I am the kind of person who always try to see the positive in everything, or if it's not positive, what is the at least the least harmful, you know, and basically to take action. And it's life experience, and knowing that it's life experience, and we just have to focus on ourselves, because the other doesn't exist. The other is a mirror of us. So whatever that we don't like on other people, we have to examine what is happening to us, that we are criticizing the other. It's like a mirror. When you're pointing your finger, the finger is pointing at you. So that's why I felt that both are the same. And then the two other was basically to focus on love and the goodness that we have in the world, not focusing on also on the negative. And what brings me joy is being the mother of my daughter, who is an amazing human being, and learning a lot. I love to learn in my work, my job, my work, what I do. That's what's bringing me joy.
I can feel that one when you said that about the daughter thing. I'm sitting there thinking, I hope that's what my mum's answer would be.
Well, she's a special daughter. I don't have any more.
No, well, I'm a special daughter because my mum doesn't have any more either. Oh, Anna, thank you so much. Wendy?
Yeah, so I think the overall thing for all the questions has been my job, what I do. That's like, it's sort of everything to me, really. It's who I am, and it incorporates my lifestyle. It incorporates everything I do and feel and believe and trust, and yes, it's always comes to my job, everything. Because it's not actually a job, it's me. So I suppose the answer is me. I don't know, it's not me because I'm just channeling, but yeah, so that kind of gives me a lot of strength, hope, and all of those things. And working with the nature, and you know, seeing those changes and the cycle. It's okay, everything comes to pass. It's just part of a cycle, and it will end at some point, and new stuff will come through. So that constant rhythm gives me strength, it gives me hope, it gives me faith, and joy. So with all the colours. And how do we overcome fear is so depending on where I feel it, it's in whichever part of my body. It's normally coming back from a head space, really, and then I just breathe it down into the heart, back again. So because sometimes those monkeys like to chatter very much, so just like down into your heart. Do they need to stay? Do we need to change it? What do we need to do with it? Right, okay. So that's how I change it. And yeah, what brings me joy, I've already mentioned, plus obviously my daughter, kids laughing, being creative, music, oh, loads of stuff. My cats. So yeah, loads to bring with joy, isn't there, always? So
You know, there's this lovely, look at that smile when you're talking about these things. Just look at that smile and everything radiating. See, we've still got that within us, that love, that passion, even with everything going on in the world. Oh, thank you, Wendy. And Diana?
Okay. So how do I reconnect with love over fear? Well, first of all, I would tap. I would do my EFT on my fear, clear that, and then do some meditation or giving myself Reiki or do some yoga. Then where does my faith come from? And what came up for me is that when I bring myself back to my heart, I feel my connection to all that is. So I feel my connection to spirit, feel my connection to the energy that I work with, to myself. And I just being there, and just I kind of got into a really beautiful space doing that. I think, oh, good reminder. What gives me joy? Connection to spirit, helping people through the things that I do, being with my daughter, being with other people, being in nature, feeling the movement of my body in yoga, or walking on the beach. Yeah, simple stuff, really. Yeah.
The day of the daughters today, isn't it? I'm feeling proud to be a daughter today with all you mums around.
I have one daughter. I think so Wendy and Anna, you both have one daughter. I think I have one daughter. Yeah.
So yeah, proud day for the daughters. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
You mummies, that we're in your hearts. Proud day for you mummies. So, oh, thank you. It's amazing, isn't it, that, you know, a very similar exercises, but they can each bring a little gift out and connect into each other. So had a toss up, before I get you shaking your booties, if you're feeling brave enough, you can turn your videos off, so that everyone doesn't have to see you shaking your booties if you don't want. And just so that we can then let go of some of that energy today and ground that root chakra. I'm gonna go to the cards. I think I'm gonna switch it up from what I've got. I'm looking over here because I've got my little list here of my timings and my what for everything. So I'm gonna go straight into some chakra cards. And would everyone like a chakra card today? A little message personally for you. Don't have to if you don't want to. It's not a problem. It's not compulsory. What I will say about these chakra cards is the images are absolutely stunning on them. I did not draw them. Shutterstock did, or someone who gave them to Shutterstock. So people have always said to me, how have you produced cards? Because illustrators are really expensive. I do not mind admitting that I kind of mildly cheated and went to Shutterstock. So don't, if you're ever thinking of doing your own deck of cards, don't go at the cost of illustrators. Go to Shutterstock, it's so much cheaper. And there's some lovely images there. So let's go to our host, Wendy, today, as she is hosting this. And as always, you can't see me shuffling. I'm a shuffler until one sticks out and then I grab it. So Wendy, you have got the solar plexus chakra, self-confidence. These cards are double-sided. So it says on self-confidence, are your life experiences linked to your self-confidence or lack of? Self-confidence can only come from within, and to feel confident is a belief and a choice that you alone can make. Today, embody confidence. Even if you do not believe it about yourself, act it. And then at the bottom, it always says, for my journal, funnily enough. I think everyone's got a running theme with me today in journaling and pen. Never come to see me if you haven't got a pen and paper, basically. For my journal, I walk with confidence, talk with confidence, and exude confidence because I ... So you can explore that one, but breathe in that confidence more. And that links in with trust, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah. Thank you.
So I will come down to Anna, who's next in my clock on the screen, shall we say. So shuffle, shuffle, just to show that I'm not doing anything dodgy and predetermining the card here. Let's just have that card catching my eye several times. Okay, Anna, you have the heart chakra, and it is transformation. I actually like this. Is one of my favorite images. I know it's some people said, why are you putting that image in? And I was like, because transformation, it's a cycle.
It's a new beginning. It's a new chapter.
Exactly. Which life experience so far has been the most transformative? What or who do you need to vibrationally say goodbye to for the magic of transformation to begin? Take action to transform yourself and allow the evolution of you to evolve. For your journal, today I am ready to say goodbye to ... and I am ready to embrace ... And that links in a little bit with what you
Makes sense.
I tell you, this is why I have to show that I'm shuffling these cards, because I am not predetermining these cards here. But I absolutely adore that image.
Yes, I am in a new chapter of my life.
So let that, there's something to sort of cut the cord to before that new one can come in. So, but yeah, transform, be the beautiful evolutional soul that you are.
Thank you.
Diana, let's go up here. That one. You've got a heart chakra as well, Diana, and that is self-love. How does your self-love reflect in your life experiences? Focus on raising the vibration of love within you for you. Be kind and gentle with yourself as you would to others. How you treat yourself is a reflection as to how you wish to treat others. For your journal, today, the small actions of self-love I can practice are ... And I think that's something to remember, isn't it? We always think that we've got to make these actions of self-love really big things, but actually they don't have to be really big things at all. Just sitting down with a cup of tea for 5 minutes. How's that, Diana?
Yeah, great. And it's interesting because I'm quite good at doing the big things, and I'm choosing to do the things that are really, you know, that are sort of actively and obviously kind of things that are nourishing or helping to develop me or whatever. But it's the smaller things that, yeah, I can invite some more in. That would be good. Yeah. And that fits with I Love Life, because it's taking that time to have those little moments of loving life and loving myself. It's a good card. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. And that's just when you said that, it reminded me, I quite often I'll catch myself, even if it's just for a minute or so, looking up at the sky and the clouds. That's something that reminds me of why I love life, or why I should love life if I'm not loving life at that time. Just the wonder of it all. The clouds and the sky always remind me of the wonder. We take it for granted that we're here, don't we, sometimes? And the world is certainly, Mother Earth and the universe is certainly letting us know at the moment, don't take it for granted. You know, there's no other planet that we know of that not only has animals and plant life and everything, but has a society that functions the way that we do. I'm sure there's one out there, but none that we know it yet. And that in itself is, you know, people say, you know, I don't see miracles. I see one every day when I see every single human being living and breathing and being on this planet in whatever shape or form it is. So yeah, I'm just going to go back and ask you to all now repeat your 3 promises from the beginning again, if that's okay. So Wendy, what were your 3 promises to yourself?
I promised to give myself time for self-care. I promised to be in nature for 15 minutes or more for the next 30 days. And I promised to be present.
And so it is. Anna?
Is.
Unmute. Oh, my promise was to pay attention to signs and messages, and then understanding them and engaging to be my best. That's the transformation.
And so it is.
Mm-hmm.
And Diana?
Mine are, I promise to take the time and attention to myself to really go through the healing that I'm going through at the moment, and really let that happen. I promise to keep myself grounded and connected to my root chakra during lockdown, and I promise to feel the joy of my connection to Mother Earth and with my body. Can't read my own writing.
And so it is. And that's, I want you to, so I'm going to now put some music on. I think it's time we need to get up and move and just shake all of that lovely energy and everything. So before we go on with the rest of the day, we can leave on a nice, positive and hopefully higher vibrational level than maybe what we woke up with today with with it being D-Day or a fireworks day for so many reasons, isn't it, today? So I am going to, you can pop your video off if you want to dance and don't want everyone to watch you. If you just want to sit in your chair and sway around, then that's fine. Do what you need to do. This is time where I work very much with, we've done the mind with the journaling and a little bit of the soul. But for me, it's that triangle, isn't it? Mind, body, soul. We say that for a reason. We use those for a reason. So this time I want you to express or do whatever you need to do and allow your body to do whatever you need to do. So I'm going to pop some music on, and I might turn my computer around in a minute just so that I've got a bit of space to shake my booty as well. So let's go for it. No, I have to screen share first. That would help, doesn't it? Technology, it is my friend. So can you hear that?
Root your body down into the ground.
I'd like you now to just stand still for a minute, wherever you are. Feel grounded, feel rooted. And once again, we're going to take a nice deep breath in, drawing up all that energy from the core of Mother Earth and out through our crown chakra into the universe. So taking a nice deep breath in, bringing it in from the universe, from the Mother Earth, Pachamama, up through the body, and then breathing out through to the top of your head, out to the universe. Feeling your feet all this time really grounded. Breathing in from the universe and breathing back out down into Mother Earth. Just keep that cycle going as we remind ourselves that there is always a ground for us to walk on. We never go out and wonder when we're walking if there's a ground to walk on. It is there. So Mother Earth is always supporting us. There is always air to breathe. We never wake up thinking, is there enough air today? Because there is an abundance of air. And there is an abundance of life. There is an abundance of love. And there is an abundance of trust. Just breathing in from Mother Earth and breathing out to the universe. Breathing in from the universe and back out, down to Mother Earth. And this time I just want you to breathe in, raising your arms up by the side, up to the universe. So breathing in, raising your arms up. Breathing out, raising them down. Feel that energy, feel that tingling. Breathing in, raising your arms up. And this time, as you bring your arms down, bring them down into a prayer position in front of your heart center. And just breathe in that love. Knowing that you are loved, you are deserving, you are safe. And so it is. Thank you very, 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 very much, ladies.
Wow, that was amazing. I loved it. Thank you. You're right there, Anna.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Great.
You know
Thanks.
what? I didn't realise I chose that the dance section this morning because I've got lots of different chakra dancing musics and tracks to choose, and it wasn't until I was dancing to that one I'd listened to it properly and it was like, oh, this is just perfect because it's brought in the ancestors as well, and there was just a little bit each little bit, and it was just like, okay, so this was the perfect song for today.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought that was great. I want to do more. I'm going to be on
This Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Sunday at 4. Oh, I'm on a course on Sunday, but I might be finished by 4. I'm not sure.
Tap me up if you are, let
Yeah,
me know.
cool.
But yeah, this Sunday at 4, it's the chakra dancing is going to go over into the studio in December, but at the moment for November it's on Eventbrite. But just come to me and I can ping you over the link. If you all want to just have a go for nothing, then just tap me up, send me a message, and I can let you in. But I just want to say thank you, Diana. It's freaking me out. I've been wanting to say it all session. You look like someone, a friend of mine in Scotland. So every time you open your mouth, I'm expecting a Scottish accent, and it's not happening. So my brain has not been. And you smile like her as well. So as soon as I saw you this morning, I had to do a double take and think, are you sure your name's Diana and not Leslie?
Oh, I've got a doppelganger in Scotland. Oh, wow.
But I just want to say thank you. I know I've not been here before, but thank you guys for giving me your time today. I thank you.
We thank you. So
Thank you.
Thank you. It was lovely.
Great. Thank you. Feel really good.
I'm going to stop the recording so that that's done. Press stop for that. Do you want the cloud recording? Yes.